Well, I'm sitting here having a coffee. We had a torrential rain yesterday and it flooded a little bit. I'm going to show you. Just bear with me. There's a couple of ducks down there. That's moving quite quickly because it flooded. So what I did last night is I put all the chickens in the coop with. I've got some guinea fowl keets that are outside, and I've got some babies in a cage wrapped up to sort of provide. I'm using their own body heat to provide heat for them because they're just a bit on the young side, and I was very worried about the rain. And the chicken coop is timber, so I put all the chickens in with the little keets. One of the keets got out, so it spent the night with the 4 older keets and the 2 ducks. And when the older keets came out really early this morning, the ducks stayed with the little keet. Hello, my little, I'm sure that's a rooster. Been investigating who's roosters and who's not. The ducks can get them in cells inside and out of that. The spade is there. It's probably not the best place for the spade. I should move it. The spade is there, so if the chicks fall in, they can get out, or a bird or anything. But what we need is actually a big stick that will go in the trough and go all the way to the end. I don't know if that's making sense. So any animal that falls in can get out. There's tadpoles in there, so we're going to have frogs. The frogs also need something to hold on to because they can drown if they can't get out. So, and there was some kind of little wormy thing swimming in it. So they all came out. They did very well. They all got along well and sheltered together. So there were 16 chickens. We lost one the day before yesterday. We lost a little baby keet. The smallest keet died. In the morning when I checked them, it was kind of had its head on the water bowl, and then it was quite cold. We warmed it up, but it died anyway, and I don't know why it died. It seemed to have an abscess on its chest on one side. Someone said that can be the crop. I don't know. And then about an hour later, my son's dog, who's here now, killed one of our black baby chicks. It died very quickly, which is good because it would have been painful. So I don't think much happened in terms of the chick's experience. It would have been in shock and just died like within 3 seconds. So we buried them together, facing each other, and my daughter and I just took it in our stride. Like, it's sad, but honestly, I've been expecting to lose. I'm surprised it took me that long to lose a bird. The dog's got to be trained. I've got one dog that I can let out, but I supervise him, but he's pretty good with them. And I've got one dog that I just can't trust. He's got to be totally trained. And so basically, the dogs that you can't trust have got to be on leads if they're out during the day. They can only be let off leads when the birds are away. And so I'm trying to catch up. So I've got roughly 40 birds. I've got 16 chickens. We've got the 2 ducks. They're really happy. They were hatched. They were in an incubator together, so they're so happy. I thought it was very cute how they looked after this little keet. There's this little keet that the biggest of the new lot that I got was going nuts to get out of the cage and then nuts to get out of the coop. And I might have to stop this, and I can take you for a walk in to show you the coop. I've got other videos of the coop, but I'm actually moving them all. We've set up one enclosure and we've got another one to set up, and they'll be in an area where it's easier to keep the mud down, because where they are now, they're between the 2 cabins and it's very hard to get sun in. And where I've got the new coop set up, or the new enclosures rather, and they're at my feet. They're so cute. Where I have the new enclosures set up, they'll be able to get west sun, north sun, and a little bit, one of them will get east sun, but It's good because even in winter they'll get some sun coming in and that will help dry it out. It'll be easier to clean, more room. They're going to have they've got a big timber, extra large dog kennel in each of them, which we can set up for roosting, and we've got 2 geese coming. They're going to be dropped off. So there'll be 1 coop for the geese, and I think the ducks will just stay with the chickens. They love them. I'm not getting any more ducks and I'm not breeding them. These are 2 girls because they're just not safe up here. They're defenseless, more or less. The chicks are defenseless at the moment too, but they're going to have roosters. So that's 2 roosters. Very interesting. I've been really reading up on how to tell the sex. Yeah, see this little black and white one? It's been, yep, 2 roosters. Very interesting watching them. Hello, baby. Oh, yeah, I've got to put sticks in those too. I've got lots of buckets of water. They catch water off the cabins. It's going to be interesting to see who... Now this is Big Tony. He's our rooster. And he's been the best rooster so far in breaking up fights. Hi, darling. I think she's a hen. She's the biggest of all the birds. Probably the oldest. And she's very sweet. You're a good girl, aren't you, darling? I know. And he's a little cocky rooster. That little black and white one. Apparently, it's too hard to explain. I should do a video breaking up what I just saw because it showed their hackles and the behaviour. And it's not foolproof, but that's Speckles. Speckles is our favourite. It was our littlest one. So there's Specs too. We call Speckles Specs. Specs too. It looks like Speckles. So I think maybe all these ginger ones, I love that bird there, that one, that colour. Look at that. Just love that. And there's another one, I'll show you them all. They're growing so well. My goal is to try and keep as many roosters as we can, and the best chance we have is apparently of homing more than 1 rooster is when they grow up together. When you've already got roosters and you introduce, grown up roosters, it's hard. Oh, this is Mrs. Sid. That was Mrs. Sid that just walked past, that little ginger one. That might be a girl. But the 2 big ones are definitely boys. I think that little white one there's a girl. Snowflake. Ducks are both girls. They both quack. They're having so much fun. We're going to put some reeds in that bath. It was a water trough. It's now turned into like a pond. We're going to have a few ponds around the place. So this is our first. The horses still drink out of it. People might think that's disgusting, but if we put reeds in it, it won't be so bad because reeds are really good at helping to take up muck. So yeah, so we lost one of our little black ones. I don't know if they're, sorry. Sometimes I look at them in real life, and I forget to look at the camera. So that's Specs, or Speckles, our favourite one. That was the smallest one we got. Growing nicely, very cute. Specs and Snowflake both let me kind of pick them up quite easily. And and the big, I think that's a rooster there, that one there, because you can see the tail growing up. And the others don't have them. Hi, Specs. You're so cute. You were called Speckles and now you're Specs for short. Very cute. I love my little black ones. So I've got 3 black ones. I think it was the one that I thought was a rooster, because there was one with much, much thicker legs. And I couldn't really tell. I looked at its body, but I could always tell by comparing them. So I'd look at 2, there's 4, and there was one with much thicker legs, right? And I thought, oh, that's not, none of this is foolproof, right? You put it together. I'm trying to sit up. Oh God, I'm trying to sit up off a low chair with a coffee in my hand. There you go, I'm up. So now I'm filming holding a coffee. So I think that's a rooster because of the tails. This is I can't remember if I love this colour. That one. So beautiful on the black and white one. And then this is the beautiful hen, the biggest one, that's very sweet-natured. She's not too bad. Once I pick her up, she's fine. She's pretty easy. This one's very scared of me. I have not had much chance of picking this one up. And that's another unusual colour. Oh, up you go. And then we'll come back. This is going to be a long video. My mum will watch it. And then if anyone else is interested, I've got a bit of TP scattered around the place here. So that's I've got one of the black ones has got this electric fence is working. It's to keep the horses out. See, it's got I think this is a zoom. I've got a copy under my arm, so bear with me. Yeah, no, it's as zoomed as it'll be. It's got see little rust-coloured feathers and some sort of green feathers. Hi, baby. Coming through. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about how many roosters I've got. I mean, we'll find out. I'm unclear about the black ones. And even Specs. I'm concerned Specs is a rooster. And Specs is, hatchling sister or brother. Has got the comb, but Specs has got the longer tail. See those 2 there with Specs? Like, I just love those colours. And that's Big Tony, the rooster in the middle there, that one that's standing up. And I think that's a rooster. I think that's 3 roosters there. The ginger one on the right, the ginger one standing up, and that one with the tail up. Because it's definitely different to all the girls. You look at this one. See? Very different. And then you look at that one. Okay, so that's a little rooster for sure, because it's been, that one's been pushing around all its flock mates from the beginning. It's been really, really cocky behaviour. Literally cocky behaviour. We can no longer tell Daphne and Delilah apart. It's really ridiculous. They're so darn cute. We love our ducks. But when I was first going to move here, I was only going to breed geese because I was worried about goannas and things like that. And, being so remote. Like, look at this. This is all bushland. The brumbies go up there, but this is just all bush. All bush. It's full of snakes, full of wildlife, untouched. We're the first people to ever do stuff up here. It's been untouched forever. And I was only going to get geese, and then I found out guinea fowl were really good. So because I know guinea fowl are good at keeping away the snakes, I thought I can get chickens, because I was worried about chickens attracting in snakes. And I definitely wanted roosters because they're very protective of the chickens. And I had the chickens 2 days, and we had a goanna here. So it was a reasonable fear, because they're only little, obviously. And I love ducks. My daughter and I just love them. But they don't fly much. The domestic ducks aren't very good at flying. I can't get I can't breed them. It's not fair. So I've got my pair of geese that I've bought. They're pilgrim geese, and pilgrim geese, you can tell the sex by the colour. So that's going to be very easy to farm pilgrim geese. You know, we can keep a certain number of hens, and maybe we'll have to get new blood in, but you know, I won't be stuck with too many males. I can rehome them or sell them for meat or whatever. And I spoke to the breeder, and he said they're pretty good at that. They stand up to. They'd give goanna a hard time. And we've also got the dogs here. There's a massive goanna up the road at a neighbour's property that you wouldn't want any animal to go up against, including a human. But the goanna sizes that I've seen around here are about 4 foot long, and I think any sizable animal will scare it off. I mean, it could attack a cat, but I don't think it would, because I think the cat would escape and probably claw it. It might not be worth the worry. A bigger goanna definitely would get the cat. It would have struggle with a rooster. It would easily get a hen or a duck. So that's my readjustment of the birds, and I want to keep about 20. I've got 20 guinea fowl keets right now, and I'm going to go and show you them. And that's my beautiful little hen. She's a sweetie. Okay, so we're going to walk around. Now it's muddy in here. You're going to have to ignore the mud because it's been a bit hard to clean out, which is why I'm definitely moving them. But it was a makeshift arrangement. Oh, they've got a chicken in here with them. And you've got the big guinea fowl. I don't want to open it. If I open it up, I'm going to scare them all. Oh, I'm scaring them. I'll open it. Stuff it. They got this is one of my favourite little chickens. Out of all those really colourful ones. Ignore all the bowls. I haven't cleaned them up. I clean them up when I go to refill them, and I just leave them all in the morning, and then I go through and clean them up and refill them in the evening. It's so cute. So they all moved. That was chicks gone. I'll just shut this behind me because I don't want the baby keets. So it's pretty anyway, pretty muddy and pooey and grainy, but I'll see who I've got here. Are some of you still in there? Yeah. Okay. So here you are. You did well on that, Rain. I know. You did well. So there's 3 in there. And then there's 2 babies. There's one here. They're all keets. And there's one up the back. See? And that one up the back is the one that snuck out and's been determined to get out. Very cute. And this is the first time I've just opened this up for them to come out. See, they're trying to get through to the others through the wire. But this has all got tarp over it, and it's all timbered so they can get warm. Like when they go up on the ramp and on the perches, that they're all insulated from the rain. I might leave it at that. You'll all be moving after the floods into our enclosure that's easy to keep clean. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone.